Hey folks, back with another Carrot demo. In this case, I'm using our new HTTP step to create a new linear issue based on customer feedback. So essentially what I want is to take any freeform text, that could be an email or a DM from a customer describing some issue or feature gap in our product, and ultimately transforming that into a linear issue so that we can track and prioritize that request. So in this specific case, the workflow generated performs an initial HTTP request to discover the available labels in Linear to actually label that issue. Then it takes user feedback as input, generates and synthesizes a summary of the issue, and finally takes both of those, the list of labels as well as the user feedback to create an appropriate issue in Linear. So we're going to go ahead and run this here. What I could do is just copy and paste the customer feedback from whatever platform and run it directly in Carrot here, but potentially a more convenient option is to use the email triggers. So if I jump over to my Gmail, I can see that I've got this feature gap from one of our customers who is just me for the sake of this example. They're trying to use GitHub in their Carrot workflows, but we don't have first-party support for that yet. And so what I can do is go ahead and forward this to that email trigger. So copy and paste that in, click send, and we can jump back over to Carrot here, and shortly we will see that email trigger run appear. Okay, the email trigger just fired a new run. If we actually open this up, we can kind of watch it in real time. So we can see the actual content that came in here for the user feedback is just the contents of that email. We can see that first request to discover the label succeeded. We ultimately parsed the data out of that response. Then we ran a generative step to synthesize the summary. Once again, parsed all the information out to make that final HTTP request. And we can see that that completed as along with the URL there. So now if we jump over to Linear, we should see the new issue come through, and we can see add GitHub integration to Carrot workflow. Customers requested the ability to integrate GitHub into their Carrot workflow. We don't support it today, which limits users who rely on it for version control and collaboration. This feature would enhance workflow efficiency and broaden the tool's appeal to developers, all of which is true. So now we can track and prioritize that accordingly, as well as use the appropriate feature label, since this is a feature gap, to get this work done. So as you can see, the HTTP step is pretty expansive and powerful in its capabilities. So if you have any ideas about how we can use this, let me know. Love to check it out. Thanks.